I'll make the motion, Mr. Chairman. I want to help you out. You can second it, right? Like, make the motion to impeach President Biden. Go ahead. It's your turn. You second it. No, nothing. Okay, we got nothing.
This was another day where it was readily apparent that James Comer and the Republicans are not ready for prime time, let alone 10 a.m., which is when everyone stopped paying attention to this.
Oh, that's gotta hurt!
Where's the money transfer? Put up or shut up. And they don't have it.
Put up or shut up indeed. Unfortunately, I fear they'll be doing neither, because they've clearly shown that their tolerance for humiliation is pretty high.
Is impeachment the next step? Are you going to hold a vote on the House floor? I know it's up to Mike Johnson, but the margins, Congressman, you lost Kevin McCarthy. Ken Buck left last week. George Santos was ousted. Unless you get Democratic votes, this is going to be real tough. So it kind of seems like you're chasing your tail at this point.
But this is the path that they've chosen to take. And honestly, I'm surprised that they have this high of a threshold for humiliation. Every witness that they have called has decimated their arguments, from Devin Archer to Peter Schwerin to Marvin Yon. And then we have the guy behind the Holy Grail document, the 1023, Alexander Smirnov, who's found that he had lied, right, about the charges, the $5 million that went to both of them. And then it gets even better. Not only did he lie, he was lying because the Russians were feeding him the disinformation. It's so embarrassing. I think Jamie Raskin was spot on when he said that this impeachment inquiry really ended yesterday when we found out that we have a Russian asset that was foundational to this impeachment inquiry. And Jim Comer and Jim Jordan should maybe try doing something for their constituents and let this go, because it's going nowhere.
But at least we'll get more epic reaction shots of Democrats holding in their laughter while Republicans fume from the ears. As this week draws to a close, we witness the GOP try again to prove that Joe Biden committed a high crime in their sham impeachment hearing, Part 2, Return of the Laptop.
Gentleman yields back. Chair now recognizes the ranking member for 12 minutes for his opening statement.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very kindly. With any luck, today marks the end of perhaps the most spectacular failure in the history of congressional investigations, the effort to find a high crime or misdemeanor committed by Joe Biden and then to impeach him for it. In prior hilarious episodes of this long-running madcap series, America got to see the following. 1, nearly 20 fact witnesses who could not identify a single act of wrongdoing by President Biden, much less a high crime and misdemeanor, and who overwhelmingly testified that Biden was not involved in any of his family's business adventures.
But instead, it ended up highlighting the fact that not only have they not bothered to actually lay out any crime or misdemeanor, but they actually have zero evidence. I mean, they had 2 witnesses that somehow outdid each other in inflicting more damage to the whole GOP argument. I mean, first they had Jason Galanis, a dude who literally gave his testimony from federal prison because he's serving time on corruption charges. Off to a great start there, gents. And their second witness, Tony Bobulinski, not only didn't give any evidence, he actually didn't even know for which crime he was supposed to be given any evidence about.
I have a quick question. Simple. Is it your testimony today that you personally witnessed President Joe Biden commit a crime?
I believe the fact that he was sitting with me while I was putting together a business deal.
Did you witness the president commit a crime? Is it your testimony today?
Yes.
And what crime have you witnessed?
How much time do I have to go through it?
It is simple. You name the crime. Did you watch him steal something?
Corruption statutes, RICO and conspiracy.
What is it? What is the crime, sir?
You
specifically.
You asked me to answer the question. I answered the question.
No.
RICO, you're obviously not familiar with. Corruption
Excuse
statutes.
me, sir. Excuse me, sir. RICO is not a crime. It is a category. What is the crime?
It's a category of crimes that you're then charged.
You have charges.
A long 100.
You have charges. Sir, please
Want me to name the exact statute under RICO?
Yes.
Oh, well, it's funny. In this committee room, everyone's not here. There's over 18
All right, sir, I reclaim my
lawyers
time.
that went to law school.
I
I'll leave
reclaim
it
my
up to
time.
you guys
Okay,
to
thank
define
you,
the
sir. I
statute
reclaim my
under
time.
RICO.
Clearly, what we are seeing here today is a continuation of the 15-month saga of the Republican majority lost in the desert. Impeachment 101. The majority party, or whomever is raising impeachment, must accuse the president of a high crime, a specific high crime or misdemeanor. I would like to submit to the record HRES 918, the House resolution to open this impeachment inquiry.
Without objection to order.
This resolution does not outline a high crime or misdemeanor. It's not here.
And when asked to articulate her thoughts on Fox News The Five, Jessica Tarlov could only lay bare the truth. They keep stepping up to bat and striking out. I mean, they must be glutton for punishment at this point because it's almost too painful to watch. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still do. But, you know.
Quick.
Yes.
This was another day where it was readily apparent that James Comer and the Republicans are not ready for prime time, let alone 10 a.m., which is when everyone stopped paying attention to this. Comer has been told, and Jim Jordan has been told in nearly every interview that they've done, hey, maybe you could tell us what's actually going on here. Where's the money transfer? Put up or shut up. And they don't have it. And that's why this continues.
It's time to pack it up. And I want to give you the top 10 reasons why impeachment is dead. Number 10, your key witness today is testifying from the slammer. Number 9, key evidence of a bribe that you all relied on. The guy who said that has been indicted for lying about that bribe, and he's a Russian asset. Number 8, another key witness has been indicted as a Chinese agent. Number 7, during the Hunter Biden interview, Mr. Chairman, you didn't even stay for the whole time. Number 6, Chairman Jason Smith didn't show up at all to the Hunter Biden interview. The same day, number 5, Darrell Issa said, it's a big nothing. Number 4, today, Jim Jordan began his remarks not by relying on any evidence for this investigation, but he went off attacking the DOJ about what they're doing with the Catholics. Number 3, you all still have not sent the articles of impeachment for the Mayorkas impeachment to the Senate. And that happened last month. Number 2, you're now talking about a criminal referral. But if you had evidence for a criminal referral, then you have evidence to impeach somebody for high crimes and misdemeanors. And number 1, and I'm sorry to say this, Fox News isn't even carrying this today. In fact, one of their anchors, as they broke away 10 minutes in, said, this is the same hearing over and over and over. At what point are you going to fish or cut bait? So I just have to tell you, it's over. Impeachment's over. Dunzo. Bye-bye. Rigor mortis. Lights out. Curtain drop. Mic drop. Peace. Adios. Sayonara. Au revoir. Or a language that you all understand. Doi sivdanya. Did I say that right, Mr. Parnas?
Yes.
I dare you to impeach, but you won't because you don't have the evidence. And because you don't have the evidence, you don't have the votes. Guys, it's dead. And so I'm here to pronounce the time of death.
So what have we learned at the end of this Fugazi? Other than Republicans are masters at spewing a whole lot of words while simultaneously saying absolutely nothing.
This is not going to go anywhere.
No, fair question. And we got a small majority. Everyone understands that, not just on this issue, but on a host of issues. Our job is, under the Constitution, is to do oversight of the executive branch. We are doing that. We're going to continue to do that. There's no time limit in the Constitution on how long you can do an investigation.
You shouldn't ever speak over Jasmine Crockett.
I just want to make sure that I point out, and this is not a question, just in case you wanted to know, that on page 174 of your transcribed interview, line 9, it says, this is an absolute lie, in reference to talking about the FBI. What you stated.
I did not call the
what
FBI
was stated
agents
right
liars.
before that was, first of all,
they misstated
I said that I'm
or made
speaking, and I did
mistakes.
not ask you a question. First of all, it doesn't say Tony Bobulinski told the FBI. This is a summary of 2 agents that took notes through my interview, and their summary apparently that they presented says Bobulinski first met in person with members of the Biden family at a 2017 meeting in Miami, Florida. This is an absolute lie. That is what it says.
That having your first witness testify from behind bars doesn't set a great precedent going forth. I mean, what's going to be next week? Another speaker fiasco?
I filed the motion to vacate today, but it's more of a warning and a pink slip. I respect our conference. I paid all my dues to my conference. I'm a member in good standing, and I do not wish to inflict pain on our conference and to throw the House in chaos. But this is basically a warning, and it's time for us to go through the process, take our time, and find a new Speaker of the House.
No. God, I guess I really am a sucker for trash reality TV because I'll be tuning in.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.